It's a cruel world out there. It's hard to know who to trust. Seems like around every corner there's another hoaxster, jokester, or cloakster. In the end, one thing I've learned is the only person you can trust is yourself. But don't take my word for it. See for yourself with Word Hoax, the game of verbal cloaks, jokes, and master strokes. It'll make you lie to your mama, but don't worry, she's probably not playing this round. Here's your host, Tom Sherman. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. Thank you to the internet for tuning in to the live stream of our Word Hoax public tournament. And of course, many thanks to our stable of Word Hoax contestants waiting backstage. I'm your host, Tom Sherman. We run this public tournament every Tuesday through Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, 8:30 Pacific, mostly because it's fun and we don't want to do actual work, but also so we can give out some sweet NFT prizes. So as our players start filtering in, let's remind the folks out there what everyone's playing for this morning, besides, of course, fame and glory. And that is one of these, an exclusive IOU NFT. This is a unique 1 out of 10,000 NFT that is actually an IOU for a future NFT from an upcoming drop from Story Squad. The current estimated cash value of the IOU NFT is $100 US. And although we can't show the public right now on the live stream, we can show the players off stream. The art, it just keeps coming in and it keeps getting better. You're going to want one of these IOUs so that you can turn it in for whatever is going to get dropped from Story Squad. I can tell you that much. All right. So here's our ground, or let's bring in the players real quick, see who we've got so far backstage in the studio. Welcoming, let's see. First, let's bring on Tasha. Tasha, unfortunately, tough break last week, not able to crack the top title. Sackville-Baggins really taking the week there at the end. How you feeling so far this week? I mean, a whole brand new ball game, right?
Well, GPT-3, that robot showing up was very strange. It really kind of threw me off. And I wonder if we're going to see that this week again.
It's possible. We never know. And that robot showing up was actually the spark that Sackville-Baggins needed to go on a 2-round 11-point tear. That is unprecedented here in the Word Hoax Coliseum. So are you hoping that the GPT-3 AI software hack shows up again?
I'm just here for the bots at this point. I want them to be happy with me. Yes. I'm banking that this bot liked this game.
Wow.
And because of that, I like this game.
Interesting. Now, Sackville-Baggins is all in on becoming a willing pawn in the eventual robot takeover. It sounds like.
I'm hoping to be a bishop.
So no longer playing the game to win NFTs and have fun and all that. It has now become.
It's appeasing the New Old Testament deities.
Interesting.
It is inevitable, anyways. So.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
adoption. They're going to review all the videos. That first mover adoption. Yeah.
So yeah, that's what you're going for here is hoping
I'd like
that
to be a knight or a bishop on their chessboard.
Even though we have 0 viewers right now, at some point they're going to go back through all of the gameplay tape and they're going to say, you know what, this guy Sackville-Baggins, he's had our back since day 1, day 0.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting.
Play the long game, Tom. Playing the long game.
Quite a long game, indeed. So, speaking of a long game, let's just get this going. And I dropped the link here in the chat for you all to hop in. And we'll see who just hops in here. So far, we've got Baggins and Tasha. Here's how we're gonna play. All right, so I'm going to read a word, a person's name, or movie title, and then you'll have a set time limit to supply a trick definition for the word that sounds plausible enough other players might guess that definition. So no Googling is allowed, keeping it PG-13 because we are a family show here for both the kids and the kid robots. Once time expires, we will read the set of fake definitions along with the real ones as well and guess around the room. You'll get points if other players pick your fake definition or if you select the correct one. You can pick your own definition in an attempt to sway the opinion of the other players. However, you will not receive a point for your own vote. In round 1, we read a word. In round 2, we'll write out a biography of a person. And then in round 3, writing out the plot of a movie title. After that, we'll crown the champion of the day and update the running leaderboard accordingly. So let's just kind of get started. I mean, we can take a quick look here at the pointless leaderboard, which, you know, why not, I guess. It doesn't really matter beyond who gets to go first in choosing definitions. And so overall leaderboard, Sackville-Baggins at 40 points. And then in the month, taking that lead from Tasha last week and now up by 5, 29 to 24. Starting to get a clear definition between them and some of the others in the competition. But the week, look, everybody's tied for the top of the week right now, and that's all that matters, as well as the day. So with that, let's just get underway here in Word Hoax World. Putting 68 seconds on the clock, and the word is Piblocto. Piblocto is the word that you're going to have right now. And let's see. We'll be right back after these messages. Think of NFTs like keys to the future. Right now, as humans, we interact with businesses and organizations much like ants might their queen, slaving away day in and day out for resources to give to the queen so that she may survive. NFTs turn this one-directional relationship into a community partnership. Owning NFTs of organizations will allow those owners special perks like early access to future products, exclusive content behind paywalls, and access to the inner community. Not only that, but NFTs are transferable, allowing owners to sell at a premium, which in turn appreciate all other NFTs held by community members. So NFTs are part art, part online identity, part admission to a virtual country club, part crypto speculation, part generational wealth, and all real, baby. All right, here we are. We've got all of our answers in, so let's just start reading these definitions. Unfortunately for Sackville-Baggins, looks like the robot gods that be are angry with you, and there is no artificial intelligence in this game, only real intelligence. So not looking good for you.
I don't know about that. I'm running at very little caffeine today, Tom.
You know, we've heard it all before. All right, we've heard it all before from you. How you're not going to be a good player, not going to be a good game. Here's the definitions. Piblocto was the word in Army of Darkness that Ash could not remember. Number 2, a pioneer child's game involving keeping a buffalo lung as a balloon. Or number 3, in Greenland, a frenzied condition of dogs, which results from continued exposure to extremely cold weather. So Piblocto is your word. Piblocto was the word in Army of Darkness that Ash could not remember. Number 2, a pioneer child's game involving keeping a buffalo lung as a balloon. Or number 3, in Greenland, a frenzied condition of dogs which results from continued exposure to extremely cold weather. All right, those are your options. And now, Baggins, here we are. You're in command of the day as of right now.
I felt some Piblocto. It's very cold in Milwaukee today. Dogs, cold, 3.
Interesting. In Greenland, a frenzied condition of dogs, which results from continued exposure to extremely cold weather. So, when you experienced that today, does that mean you were hanging out with dogs and you got Piblocto yourself, or you just watched other dogs get Piblocto? There were no dogs involved. You were just outside and got extremely frenzied.
The extreme frenzy, yes. I feel like I'm close to becoming dog when I am forced with this. You have to tap into deeper, not the reptilian brain, but the dog brain.
I think that's further. I think the reptilian one's the further one in, and then it gets mammalian
I'm on
from
the
there.
outer. I'm on the dog part of it with the frenzy.
Okay, interesting. Tasha, what say you here on these options?
I say number 2.
Number 2, Pioneer Child's game involving keeping a buffalo lung as a balloon. Are you worried that Baggins is trying to lead you astray here, or do you just think Baggins is wrong?
I'm worried he's trying to lead me astray.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. We'll submit these guesses, see how that goes. Honorable mention to Tasha writing, Piblocto was the word in Army of Darkness that Ash could not remember. Meanwhile, tough break for Tasha as well, giving her vote to Baggins, a Pioneer Child's game involving keeping a buffalo lung as a balloon. And Baggins, when it rains, it pours. In Greenland, a frenzy condition of dogs, which results from the continued exposure to extremely cold weather. Tapping into a bit of, sounds like some hometown, courage.
Courage, knowledge.
Hometown knowledge. That's right. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Reveal the results. So Baggins now up 2-0. The 11-point streak is now firming up. Could be a three rounds in a row with 13 points. This could be interesting, but there's still a lot of game to play here. So I'm going to put 82 seconds on the clock. 84. Let's see. That should be fine. Double check that I'm not sharing the answers on the live stream, and I'm not. So I can pick a person. Let's see. Man, tough to choose sometimes. We'll go with this one and fill it in. All right, so here we go. 85 seconds on the clock for the person, Jean Lafoot. Jean Lafoot is the name of the person. You're going to start the game right about now. 85 seconds on the clock for Tasha and Baggins. We will be right back after these messages. Look, I know what you're thinking. How do I play this game? Get in on these NFTs. Quit my corporate job. Well, let me tell you, it's easy. We run 2 competitions daily. Word Hoax, which you're currently watching, and Clash of the Pencils, a 1-page story contest where the internet public picks the winner each night. Both are a quick creative workout to get your mind right during the day, not to mention the fame, glory, and NFTs. If you're interested in playing either of these games, reach out to me, Tom Sherman, in one of the following ways. On social media, send me a DM in Twitter at ShermQ5 or at Story Squad HQ. Give us both a follow while you're there. If you're watching on the Facebook stream, send me a message. Other contact methods include any other way you can think of reaching me, up to but not exclusively playing 6 Degrees of Tom Sherman, smoke signals, and of course, skywriting. All right, everybody is in. So we will just head over, read these definitions. Jean Lafoot is the name of the person we are defining. And Let's see. Definition number 1, Jean Lafoot, Captain Crunch's arch nemesis. Number 2, French expatriate who helped smuggle arms and displace French citizens to Geneva during World War II. Or number 3, Jean Lafoot is credited with the invention of the riding boot. So those are your options for Jean Lafoot. Captain Crunch's arch nemesis. Number 2, French expatriate who helped smuggle arms and displaced French citizens into Geneva during World War II. Or number 3, Jean Lafoot is credited with the invention of the riding boot. So those are your options for Jean Lafoot. Sackville-Baggins still in command of the day, the week, the month, and the season right now.
3, boot.
Number 3, credited with the invention of the riding boot. That would make sense. La foot sounds like the foot in French to me, right? Or it doesn't say anything about French, so sure. But still, I see where you're going here. Tasha, what are your thoughts here?
My mind is centered on 2 today for some reason.
Centered on 2. French expatriate who helped smuggle arms and displaced French citizens into Geneva during World War II. Kind of like picking C on the multiple choice tests, right? It's like number 2 right there in the middle. I'm with you.
I've been desperate in a multiple choice setting and only picked B's once. It didn't work.
It didn't work? Weird. Do you think it would have worked better if you picked C?
Yeah. I overthought it. Econometrics crushed me.
That was the subject that you did the guessing on?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Trying to outwit an econometrics professor on the multiple choice? Come on.
Thought it was all B, baby.
So great.
The average score out of 4 choices was like a 30%. So I did feel like I was like, oh, I don't really need to study. I think like if we just went with that B strategy, we're gonna be A-okay.
Yeah. And you got to see me after class, didn't you?
Yeah. D me after class.
Yeah, right. You got to, sir, please. All right. So let's see. We'll reveal these results. Tasha getting Baggins' vote with Jean Lafoot is credited with the invention of the riding boot. Meanwhile, Baggins getting it right back from Tasha with French expatriate helped smuggle arms and displaced French citizens into Geneva during World War II. Meanwhile, the real definition of Jean Lafoot is Captain Crunch's arch nemesis. And I'll pull up a picture here of Jean Lafoot for everybody to view. He ended up getting a cereal at some point in the 70s. But named after like a real pirate. Here we go, Jean Lafoot's Cinnamon Crunch. So who would have thought?
Wow.
That there were even names. Captain Crunch's name is like Horatio Magellan Crunch. Interestingly enough, and fun fact. According to the military insignia and regalia on his uniform, he's actually an admiral. He's not even a captain. This is there's a lot of plot holes here throughout.
I feel like I'm underread in my childhood cereal box consumption. Like this is a glaring weakness that I didn't know about. I'm gonna go back to the canon.
Yeah, that's the thing here with Word Hoax is you got to get in there, and it could be coming from anywhere. Like that's a real person, even though it's a fake person from the 70s cereal box. That's a real that happened, and we can't forget that because if we do, who's going to remember?
Pirates may overrun us again.
Right, exactly. Jean Lafoot and his crew might come back, and I believe their whole thing was like making the cereal soggy. So I
love soggy cereal. What's wrong with soggy cereal?
I mean, hey, like I didn't make the commercial. I didn't come up with the characters. I wasn't even alive then. It sounds like you're gonna have to ask this to Greg or Sackville-Baggins and Jean Lafoot themselves. So let's see. Not go to the finale. We're gonna play one more round, and this
feels like
is
it's in need of a reboot, Tom. It feels like some. Given all the reboots out there, why don't we have a Jean Lafoot movie?
well. Are you gonna commit to, if you win the NFT this round? Are you gonna commit to bringing Jean Lafoot back into
Honestly, only
pop
if
culture prominence?
Only if GPT-3 is willing to team up on that script.
So if you have enough money to hire the
Yeah.
GPT-3 AI to write that script out. All right, interesting. I mean, yeah, hopefully. And these last 95 seconds will determine that. So here's the movie that you're going to write a plot for. A Warm December. A Warm December is the name of the movie. You've got 95 seconds to write out that plot, starting now. I don't know what to say, really. When you get old in life, you find out life is this game of words. I mean, the difference between winning and losing here is so small. You know, one adjective too late or too early, you don't quite describe it. One plot line too slow, too fast, you don't hook your readers. The words we need are everywhere around us. They're in every story, every setting, every sentence. On this app, we fight for each word. On this app, we tear our rough drafts to pieces for that word. We claw with our fingernails for that word. Because we know when we add up all those words, that's going to make the difference between winning and losing, between living and dying. And that's what living is. The 6 words in front of your face. Now, I can't make you do it. You got to look into the mirror, look into your eyes. And I think you're going to see an author willing to go get that word with you. That's Clash of the Pencils, folks. That's all it is. And Baggins getting in there under the wire, like a madman there at the end, it sounded like. So hopefully that is going to work out for everybody there. Read these definitions. Why not? So, A Warm December is the name of the film. And see, this is, wow, here we go. Late edition. Radio Harrison, how do you do?
What's up?
My, look what the cat dragged in.
Look at this.
Just
Early
in
bird
time.
gets the worm.
Just in time to, you've got a chance to get a point, get on the board, and get your week off right. So the movie title is A Warm December. A Warm December is the movie title. Here are the definitions. Number 1, Sidney Poitier directs and stars in this moving romantic drama about a doctor who falls in love with a woman who has a terminal illness. Number 2, a short film by Robert A. Clydeman debuted in 1961 that predicted global climate change. And number 3, a satirical send-up of Hallmark Channel fodder that warms audiences' hearts with an implausible rom-com, only this time set in a post-apocalyptic hellscape of globe warmed past the point of habitation. So those are your options for A Warm December. Sidney Poitier directs and stars in this moving romantic drama about a doctor who falls in love with a woman who has a terminal illness. Number 2, a short film by Robert A. Clydeman debuted in 1961 that predicted global climate change. And number 3, a satirical send-up of Hallmark Channel fodder that warms audiences' hearts with an implausible rom-com, only this time set in a post-apocalyptic hellscape of globe warmed past the point of habitation. Wow, those are your options for A Warm December. Radio Harrison, we'll defer to you here to start off and see what your thoughts are here on the movies.
I like the Sydney Poitier. That's a good one.
Yeah, right. Poitier. I know I'm butchering it. I you know, I apologize to the Poitier.
I think it's
family.
Poitier. Sydney Poitier.
Poitier.
I'm gonna go. I also like the word debuted in the second one, so I'm gonna go with that one.
Going with debuted.
'Cause that was a random name, something Clyde.
Yeah, like Alvin Kleidsman or something like that. Robert
And then
A.
the
Kleidsman.
third one sounded like a Sackville.
Yeah, you are right in the mind's eye of Sackville-Baggins most times.
I was doing so well until you showed up.
Oh, dude.
It's starting to fall apart here for Sackville. So now it's your guess. Are you not going for the third one either, Sackville?
I'm gonna take Poitier.
Poitier. Is that the proper
I have
pronunciation?
no idea. I think so.
Poitier. Sydney
But I'm not
Poitier.
sure.
A Warm December. Sydney Poitier directs and stars in this moving romantic drama about a doctor who falls in love with a woman who has a terminal illness.
I'm worried about romantic drama because I don't usually you'd think a romantic comedy.
With Sydney Poitier?
No, well, no, I'm just saying those words.
Oh,
Rom-com is like the stock phrase that
Oh,
a
right.
human would do. So
I see
romantic
what you're
drama,
saying.
I think, is beyond what any of us could come up with.
Interesting. That was the tip of the hat that got you to vote for Sydney Poitier's Warm December. Tasha, here we are. You need a big round in order to tie or catch the lead of Sackville-Baggins. What's your thoughts right here?
Gonna go with number one.
Going with number one, the Sydney Poitier doctor falling in love, romantic drama, woman with a terminal illness. Interesting. Are you trusting Sackville's judgment here, or do you have any other reasonings as well?
No reasons.
No reasons, just a shot in the dark. Fair
Too
enough.
tired for reasons.
Too tired to reason. Well, yeah. Let's see. Honorable mention to Sackville-Baggins, the satirical send-up of a Hallmark Channel fodder. It's in a post-apocalyptic hellscape. Getting no one's vote and actually not even passing the smell check from Radio Harrison. Meanwhile, Tasha getting a point from Radio Harrison with a short film by Robert Kleidsman, debuted in 1961, that predicted global climate change. And the real definition is the Sydney Poitier directed and starred in moving romantic drama about a doctor who falls in love with a woman. So let's see. Let's play this, see what they say here. 1972.
A Warm December.
Aggressive motocross.
Matt Younger.
Right, there was nothing in the description about this.
Yeah.
You're running hot. Yeah, I didn't hear it. Break it down. To show his daughter a bit of the world and to have some fun.
And you're gonna tell me why you're really here? I told you in the wire I'm on vacation. Come on. I don't believe it.
And then he met Catherine and added another mystery to his life.
Hello.
Hello?
Please, don't move for a second.
Someplace I must be.
Those ambient sound effects are pretty great.
For you.
Half of the men in London seem to follow you around. Now, not that I blame them, mind you, but it does make a man wonder, what have we got here?
Wow, she's fantastic.
Who's the dude? George's Wonder, Ambassador Taranda, the new East African Republic. She's his wife, his niece. Beautiful.
I think you're very devious.
Girl,
Whoa, hold on.
eyes must be
Is that an actual black chick or is that a chick in blackface?
for 1 second.
Okay, it's black.
Find out.
Oh, see, I don't know why I thought that.
Here's the pressure.
The warm. This is the warm part of December.
Sidney Poitier. His love.
It just got warm.
To Anderson. Her December. A warm
Some
December.
intense eye contact close-ups on the human face.
Yeah, this was back when, you had the establishing shot, you
Yeah.
had the, and then you had to get right into the eyes.
Yeah, yeah.
All we gotta do is convince her.
A warm December. Their story. It's something to remember.
So
Oh,
there you
that was
have
her
it.
last
It had
movie.
nothing about global warming. Nothing.
Nothing to do with global warming. Honestly, I didn't even get the impression he was a doctor and she had a terminally illness in that whole preview.
The December threw me. Could have been any month.
It just seemed like, I don't know, it seemed like it was going to be a spy thriller there for a while for the first part of it. And then he was like, all right, I'm just going to pop my shirt off. And
Yeah, it did have some
you
like the motocross opening really kind
Yeah.
of threw me too. I could have just been in that world.
Right.
Yeah,
So
what was that?
that was from the mind and genius of Sidney Poitier. That's
So
what
all
it
I did was just give Tasha a point.
That's all you did.
Might
You
have-
I just came
which
in here
might
to
have
hook
done-
Tasha.
I think that was the critical. You came at the moment to just. You might have been able to change the scoreboard.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. You might have played the spoiler here.
Butterfly effect here.
So let's reveal these results. And not enough. Baggins ending up with 4 and Tasha with 3. So Harrison almost helping upend the scales, but Baggins, that's the 3rd round in a row that Sackville-Baggins has won, Radio Harrison. So
Dang, I gotta
yeah,
get it
look, he got a
together.
6 and a 5 and a 4. So downward trend, not looking good for Sackville. But
I get lucky. I show up. It's just
The next 2 days I'll be playing.
All right.
well, you better hope that the AI. There's been an AI algorithm that's been showing up for the past couple games. It wasn't here today, but adds a little extra loop in there.
That's
So
scary. I like it.
yeah,
It's voting too. It votes for its favorite.
it votes for its favorite. It submits answers. And it's a lot better than Sackville-Baggins.
Very, very interesting.
Yeah.
So, all right, there you have it, folks. That's that wraps up another round of the Word Hoax public tournament. So join us here tomorrow and Thursday, same time, same place, for a different hoax.
Holla.